Oh, sipping one of Ross's finest. Welcome to Hang On to Your Shorts podcast at the wonderful, fantastic Shared Universe podcast studios. I am BK.
I'm Hiram, and we are special guests tonight, sir.
Jack Foley
from Brownstone Films. Their latest film, Holly Hill, is one of the featured movies in the 2023 10th anniversary edition of the Hang On to Your Shorts Film Festival.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir, for taking the time to join us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Well, funny, the other day, on Sunday, when we were driving home from Ross Brewing, I'm driving on Route 36, and I look to the left, and I see Holly Hill Motel. And I was like, that has to be the place where they shot this film.
Well, actually, we didn't shoot in the Holly Hill Motel. We used the sign. We were scheduled to shoot there.
That's great.
When we were all scheduled to shoot Holly Hill when COVID hit, so we had to postpone it. And then the owner of the Holly Hill Motel was a 95-year-old gentleman who we became friends with, and we had shot a few movies there before, and he was all set to let us go in and shoot Holly Hill. Passed away.
Oh.
So then they got new owners, and then I tried to contact them when we were ready to shoot, and they weren't getting back to me. So I had to go down the road to the Village Inn in Colts Neck.
Okay.
And they were more responsive, and they said pretty much right away, you can come in and shoot the movie. But we still loved that old sign of the Holly Hill Motel, so we said, well, the heck with it. We're just going to still call it Holly Hill and use their sign, and they'll be none the wiser, and we'll just shoot it at the Village Inn, but we'll still call it Holly Hill and use the old sign.
That's wonderful. What's short-mindedness to not let you shoot there?
Yeah, considering you'd done a few films there before.
Well, the new owner didn't, he just wasn't aware of it, I guess, or what entails was shooting a movie, or he was busy, he just didn't get back to me.
Right.
And then the funny thing was, like, after we had already agreed with the Village Inn, and we're all set to shoot, like 2 months later, the guy calls me from Holly Hill and says, oh, yeah, I got this message, I'm supposed to contact you. And, by that it was too late.
It was already done.
Yeah.
Right.
But now they know a little bit better, and if you ever need a hotel, it's a wonderful setting, for any short film, because, it's a static location. It's not going to change. It's not going to move.
I don't think Holly Hill has changed in the last 80 years.
No, and that's.
I don't know if you've ever stayed there. Well, I've stayed there, and it's pretty funky.
So, we were speaking briefly before, and we just found out that you're kind of relatively new to the movie making scene. Relatively,
definitely. Yeah, I didn't start making movies till 6 years ago.
Wow. Yeah. And how did this come about? How does one go from? I guess you were recently retired.
Yeah, I was retired, and then I needed a hobby. So, the first thing that came to my mind was I wrote a book, like a memoir of my senior year. I was 59. I was turning 60, and it occurred to me I was becoming a senior citizen. So I said, well, this is going to be my senior year. And I was on the beach one day, and I saw these high school kids there, and they're all talking about, oh, this is our senior year. This is going to be the greatest year ever. This is senior year, the big year of our life, senior year. And I thought to myself, well, why can't I have senior year? And I decided to declare every year senior year for myself. So anyway, I call this book Senior Year, and I wrote a memoir. I tried to do as many fun things as I could in my year of 59, turning 60. So I wrote the book, published it myself on Amazon, and sold a few hundred copies.
That works.
But it was fun. We had some book signings. We had 3 bookstores where we had book signings, and that was a lot of fun. So then it was hard work writing the book, and I didn't really enjoy it too much. So I decided, well, I got to do something else. And then I thought, well, let me see about making films. So I went to a screenwriting school in New York, Gotham Screenwriting, which is a really good school, and I learned screenwriting there. And then I went to New Jersey Film School and studied there. And then I decided to start in. Well, the first day of New Jersey Film School, the instructor said, whatever you do, don't make your first film a full-length film, because you don't know what you're doing. Don't waste your money. Start off with the short films.
Yes.
Right. So I started making the short films. I made a short film, and maybe the first one wasn't too good, but we decided to try and get better and better with my friends that I had met at film school. And then I had so much fun making the short films that I just wanted to keep making another one.
Mm-hmm.
So like every year I've written one script a year and just made the short films, and I just love every bit of the process of making the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that anyone that's crazy enough to get into this industry needs to learn to embrace the process, what you say. You know, in other words, enjoy every minute, and hopefully the outcome will be exactly what you want it to be. But that's how you would define success. You've had several projects now. You said you make one film a year.
Right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. It's so long to make just the one film. I mean, it's so much work, even just for a short 15-minute film,
Right.
which most of our films are 15 to 20 minutes. It's so involved just to get all that going. Just for it takes the whole year almost.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you write it, get the idea, write the story, cast it, prepare it, shoot it, edit it, the year's almost done. And then when that's done, then you are also going around for the screenings for the film you made the prior year.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps you busy as well. So I have pretty much something to do
All the time.
all the time.
So what's your favorite part of the process, and what is your least favorite?
To be honest, my favorite part is casting.
Mm-hmm.
I love casting the movie. Like, I have an idea in my head of who I want for all these characters, and I love trying to find that person. So I put the ad on Backstage, which is a fantastic, source for actors. Put the ad on Backstage, and just for example, the film we're shooting right now, our next film is Heart of Gold. We had over 700 submissions for the six roles that are in the movie.
Wow.
And the people that submit are so talented because they're all in the Big Apple, is the center of the universe as far as acting. And we get so many talented people submitting for the roles, and I get the fun of screening their reels, see which ones I like, and then call in the 5 or 6 best that I think. And usually when I call 5 or 6 of the candidates in, any one of them could have done the role. They're all so good. But the fun part is narrowing it down to the one part and then offering them the role and hope they accept it. And then that's what I really enjoy the most, casting. Because once I focus so much on casting and getting the very best person, once you get the best cast, the directing is so easy because if the actors are that good,
Right.
you just turn it over. They already... in the auditions, I have them read from the script to see how they look and sound reading the characters. So once they show to me in the audition that they're like the best person for this job, I see that, okay, they have in their head just what I have in my head. And when we get to the set, they just take over, and they're like, I don't even have to say much to them. They already know what to say and just how to say it. Mm-hmm. So like my job is directing. It's like so easy because like directing is not my strong point. As far as I'm concerned, it's casting. I get the best actors and then turn it over to the actors, and then they do the job. And my cinematographer is great. So once I get there, really, I don't have to do much. Like they know what to do.
That's wonderful. What's the most challenging part? What do you like the least?
The least. That's funny, since I do pretty much like all the parts. I don't know. I guess the hardest part is waiting for the movie to be edited. Like, because we'll finish a movie, say, like in May, and then my editor, who is also the cinematographer, Chao Fen Zhang, she's fantastic. She shoots it and then she edits it, but she has a full-time job, so she can't just drop everything and edit the film. And she's taking her time, doing a great job editing it, and it's like I'm on pins and needles waiting for it, and it takes a while. It's not going to be done in a week or 2 weeks. It takes a couple months, which is perfectly understandable. But it's like I'm just so anxious. Like, I made the movie like 2 months ago, and I still haven't seen it yet.
Right.
So like that's probably the hardest part to deal with.
Right.
Yes.
The anticipatory anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
Anticipatory anxiety. That is. So, in Holly Hill, which is a really delightful film, it's very relatable. Anybody that has been a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend when they're teenagers, there's just a little something for everyone and so many little relatable parts. How did that idea come about?
Well, I first got the idea, it germinated from a movie that I watched, Bad Times at the El Royale, which I really liked that movie. And it was a movie about a motel and all these different characters come into the motel and sort of interacting with each other.
It's kind of Pulp Fiction-y.
Yeah, right. Which normally I'm not a Pulp Fiction type guy, but so I just got the idea that it would be fun. And plus then I had the Holly Hill Motel at my disposal, and I wanted to do something sort of a combination of that. Now, of course, I'm not a big studio. I can't do anything on the scale of the Bad Times at the El Royale. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to do my version of that, which is a toned down version, but more of a slice of life. And as you said, like have characters that are relatable and put them in normal situations and have them see if I could figure out how they can all interact with each other, you know, and we did that.
Yes. Some heavy situations in there too, you know, monogamy.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's something that, as you said, it was a little bit for everybody. So three different couples at different stages of their relationships and, you know, how they're dealing with things. And
Yes, it was a delightful film. Obviously, we're not going to give anything away, but one of the latter movies that I saw, you know, in our process, we focus on the movies that we've never seen, people we don't know, and sometimes when we see the people that are involved with the project, you know, we know that it's going to be quality. Right. You know, we talk about that all the time. You know, nice aside. You know, we have to Artie Pascal, Mr. Artie Pasquale or Pascal. I don't know how to say your name. Please forgive me. Pasquale. You know, we heard today that he recommended a film to our festival. We haven't seen it yet, and we will. But if Artie recommended it to our film festival and told the person to submit to Hang On to Your Shorts, thank you, sir, for thinking of us. And I am sure it's a quality project. I know some of the actors on your list, on your billing. So I'm like, okay, I know that's going to be good because these people will not accept. And sure enough, I'm like, wow, this is really adorable. I really like it, you know. So
thank you.
Yes, you know, I do believe you've submitted to us. That this is before I was around. You submitted to us a film before, and it did not get in. We apologize for that.
Okay, I don't know which
Mr.
one
Jim,
that was.
I think it was.
Mr. Jim. Oh, yeah, that was our second movie. Yeah.
I wasn't with the festival before, but
go ahead, just lay it on me. I have nothing to do with that.
No.
A lot of the times, you know, we get films, and the process is kind of like this. Kind of like funnel of stuff. We get the information in, the stuff comes in, and then we kind of funnel it down. And as we're doing that funneling process, different people watch the films, and we rate the films, and then we finally get this pool of things that, you know, A's, B's, and C's, and then we kind of decide how that's going to roll. So
we try not to get too personal in it, and it gets more difficult every year as we learn to meet filmmakers and stuff like that.
Right, and more actors and actresses and directors and producers. So, yeah, it's you know, the ultimate way to be doing it probably is kind of like Garden State, where they just do like have a group of people that don't have anything to do with anything other than watch films and rate it. I mean, our interaction's a little bit tighter.
Yes, but it also makes sense though, because you said that was only your second film. The one of the last people that we had here as guests, Johnny Cruz. I was speaking to his father today, and I said to his father, that he had submitted a film a couple years earlier, and he's a local kid. I'm like, I want to accept this film, but it was a longer film. It was a kind of like a concept type of thing. I'm like, you know what? Not that it's a bad movie, but we do not have space for such a long form movie. And you know what? His later submissions were very much, you know, programmable, and they were very good films. And it just seems kind of like the process is also playing out right now with your film, because, you know, it was a little bit shorter. The story was very, it was presented right away. And once again, the people that you chose to cast are very quick to build empathy, and, you know, they smile and you smile. They're having a bad time and you feel the tension. So, you know, to your casting, you know, it was a very enjoyable film.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
So what's next? What are you shooting now?
Our next
If we
film-
may
Oh,
ask.
sure, no problem. It's called Heart of Gold, and we're starting on Saturday. The story is I always enjoy doing different accents, and I do a pretty good Southern accent, Appalachian accent. So decided I wanted to make a movie with that theme, just the Southern theme. So that's just the start of the idea. Then I asked my wife, well, what can I do? What are some ideas? And she goes, well, you have to have a family. And I said, okay, I'll get a family. So then I put a family around me. And then I say, okay, well, what's going to happen to this family? So anyway, make a long story short, I have a family. We're in Tennessee, in the mountains, in Appalachia, in a holler. And my ex-wife, who ran off with a country western singer, they get in a car crash and they die. And she...
Shucks.
had never divorced me, and she's got a whole lot of money from her rich husband, and she leaves it all to me. So now I tell my Appalachian poor, dirt poor family, okay, we got a whole lot of money now, and they also leave us a big house up in New Jersey. And so half of my family doesn't want to go, and the other half wants to move. So to make the story, we move. So it's how my hip Appalachian hillbilly family moves up to New Jersey, Alpine, New Jersey, where all the rich people are, and how all of us relate to the people in New Jersey.
Oh,
That's cool.
It's sort of
you're acting.
Yeah, I'm in this one. Like I've made 6 films. I acted in 3 of them, and 3 of them I did not act in. So
That's
I like
awesome.
that. So yeah. And the fun part was like getting other actors who could pull off the Southern accent, and I think I did pretty good job of one of the men in the film who plays the lawyer. He's from the South. He's actually from Tennessee, so he has a great Southern accent, and the other actors and actresses that I have all have very good accents.
And he could be a good meter for authenticity too.
Yeah, he also gave me a little bit of advice about the script and everything, how accurate it was. And then I have a little girl who's 8 years old from Connecticut. She came down from Connecticut to audition in Manhattan. She's like 8 years old, and she's got a great Southern accent.
Oh, wow.
She's like, some of these people are just talented. And where she got it from, I don't know, but she's got it. I guess she practices a lot with her mom. Her mom teaches her. Her name is Lexi Hannon. And
Hi, Alexi. That's freaking awesome. So, we're looking forward to this. Is it going to be a short film too, or is it going to be a feature?
short film. I try and keep them as short as I can. That's our goal, because we understand that the festivals want them shorter. Shorter the better, and I try not to go too long, but it's always a dilemma, because you want to keep it short, but then again, you want to tell the story that you want to tell.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, it's...
Absolutely. You know what? In our festival, 40 minutes or shorter, and we have 2 movies at least, I think, this year that are coming very close to that.
With were they docs or they're
No, Shadow Town.
okay, right.
In the Twilight and a couple other movies, but I want to go back to what you said. I know, shock to everybody out there, but everybody here's in their 50s or above.
I don't know about Ming. He's only about
No, Ming's a baby.
So what is that, 25? Yeah,
Ming's
Yeah, younger than that. Younger.
exactly. But I
He's
really
lucky he can get into bars.
exactly. I'm surprised you're not ID'd at the movie theater.
Right.
Are you old enough to be in Clerks 3?
There's some language in here, man, my young man.
So no, I really appreciate what you said, because I've thought that too. I'm like, you know what? God bless children. I'm a father to a 12-year-old, and I miss my little buddy. He's not sitting here telling me what the Yankee score is. But why should the young people have all the fun? Why should they just have all the fun?
Exactly.
No,
it's senior year right now for me.
Well, see, that's what I loved
Absolutely.
about that line. I'm 58, so I'm not too far behind you, but I'm looking at that whole idea and saying that is a very funny, cool idea. That whole idea of senior year. So it's cool.
Yes, and by the way, I really appreciate your haircut.
Oh, thank you.
Styling.
3 stylish men right here.
Absolutely, Ming's the odd man out.
Yeah.
Blame his father, right, or his grandfather?
Grandfather.
Right.
Blame your maternal grandfather for that. Shoot,
Full head of hair. Nice
full
shot.
head of hair. Yes.
Nice shot.
Apparently, my maternal grandfather did not have much, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. So, First of all, we're not done speaking. You're obviously welcome, but I want to pivot a little bit to some news that we got today that you heard. There has been an issue with the showroom cinema.
One that we can't overcome, but yet
it's going to take a little bit of an adjustment for all parties involved.
Yeah.
On Sunday, when we were hanging out with Mr. John Ross at Amazing Ross Brewing in Port Monmouth, New Jersey, I received a call from the showroom cinema that 2 of the 3 theaters are offline. My first question was, can we get them online? No guarantees. And the second question I asked, can we then have Saturday? It's not an ideal fix. And they said that they would work with us. And today we met with them and they offered that. So our plan and our intention, and it throws a wrench into the program because we have a booklet that we have completed. And now we have to go back and fix that booklet. Yeah. And that's the minutiae of it all. The bigger issue is that purely 50% of the filmmakers in this film festival right now have made plans to attend on Sunday. But we have to screen half of the films on Saturday. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it is Theater 1. The movies that were in Theater 1 are the films that we have to screen on Saturday. What I do want...
Well, no, wait. Theater 1, I believe, is the 66.
No, that's Theater 2.
Oh, it's Theater 2.
That's Theater 2, yeah.
Then it must go 3, 2, 1.
Yes, it does.
Right, okay.
So Theater 1 is the theater whose films are going to be screened on Saturday. I have to send an email as soon as I am out of here, as soon as I get home, to let the filmmakers know. What I'm hoping is that maybe because it is Saturday and not Sunday, that maybe more people could show up. Unfortunately, Mr. Foley, you're going to be on set. So we're going to try to move your film towards the tail end of the Saturday program. And if you can make it, that would be wonderful.
So now would you be able to make it to the award ceremony as well or no?
Well, what time?
On Sunday. That's on Sunday.
Well, I have no plans for Sunday. So, I mean, we are nominated. Yeah, so I can be there. Sunday.
Yes, and you know what? If you can, please come and watch films on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that would be wonderful. But, so if anyone, any filmmaker or actor has a concern, a pressing concern, please just leave a message on the side over here. Or on the bottom, I don't know where it is in your phone, and I will get back to you. And I'm going to make sure that all the filmmakers know what's going on. And I have a lot of work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to redo and figure out and change. So, and tomorrow being Wednesday is not really helping.
No, it's not helping because this is coming up on the weekend.
Right.
But we are going to meet with them on Friday again to make sure and verify. We verified that the files are playing beautifully on the screen. So if that's any consolation to the filmmaker, we sat in the theater today and it's just a beautiful room.
We watched a little bit of Bunko Babes.
Bunko Babes, yes. That's the first film we tested today. And the DCP
California.
Files, yes.
Yeah, California, yeah.
Yes.
So I think those guys will be coming in. So we just have to let them know whether it'll be Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I think Bunko Base is screening on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that the good thing is that at least half of the filmmakers are not going to be affected in any way. But now we have to deal with 50% of the films being moved one entire day, 24 hours earlier in essence. Nothing else changes on the sets other than the day.
Right. So sets stay the same. Day changes. Okay. All right. And then the other thing is that night, Lovesick.
Yes.
Meet and greet, 7:00.
Well, that's also a saving grace if any filmmaker can make it on Saturday to watch their film. The film sets end at 7:30 maybe. Right after the films are done, you can pretty much basically go across the street and a little bit over just one block over, and Lovesick Wine Bar. We're going to have, a kickoff meet and greet where you can meet, like-minded people, filmmakers, actors, and network with people that are on, in the films. A lot of films have been born at our festival. It has happened over and over again that people are watching a blog and oh, I like their work, and you shake hands and there's collaborations and and the very next year we have film screening where the people met at our film festival. There was one time where there was somebody shooting a film during our festival. Which was very interesting, but
right. Wasn't it like one of the hotels or motels?
No, it was at House of Independence.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
That's right.
When we were doing House of Independence, the films were screening above, and in the room below, some of our film festival attendees, their movies were screening upstairs, but they're shooting a movie downstairs, and I think we screened it the following year. That's what we could bring to the table, to respected filmmakers and anybody that takes the time to be creative, providing, a venue to screen your art so that you and your family could watch it, your friends could watch it, and, hopefully network and make friends and make acquaintances that maybe, one can collaborate with in the future, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's our hope. I mean, our hope is that people connect, they feel represented, they feel like their art has been shown, or their creation has been shown. So you've given us the window into what you've created, and then we want to try to represent that the best we can, so that not only can we watch and say, oh, wow, that's really great, or oh, how cool, an idea, but other people can watch it and say, hey, wow, that's a great idea. Or, oh, I'd like to work for this guy. Or maybe at the next audition or something like that, I talked to Jack at the end of the film, maybe I can just throw my name in the hat, and see, what comes up. So, yeah, it's like you said, it's a spontaneous thing, but it's also a really kind of, I don't want to say cliquey thing because I don't want it to be cliquey, but, it's like actors and directors and producers and are all in the same room, and everybody's getting along, and everybody's trying to figure out like who can work with who, and just enjoying the whole day.
Just enjoying the moment, celebrating art, enjoying good wine, tasty wines. They have wines from all different regions and all different price points, and it's just a simply beautiful room.
It's a very cool vibe.
Very cool vibe, and they have a DJ, which he'll be there about an hour into our little event, so we will actually have time to hear each other speak. Yeah.
And then on Sunday, hopefully we will be having a DJ if we can find one or get one. But outside of that, that's another networking opportunity, is talking to people while they're hanging out at Porta before the awards ceremony starts, and
we have at least 1 hour in that room.
Yeah, at least.
So you could
give or take a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, you could go in. You could have some pizza if you like,
sure.
or refreshment of any kind. There's going to be good food there. There's great food at Homesick, which is literally next door to Lovesick.
Limited menu at Lovesick as well. Small plates menu.
I didn't know that. Yes.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then, not that we're wrapping up or anything, but we did want to. I guess we want to mention our sponsors at some point in time.
Oh, we definitely want to mention
Ross Brewing. A nice job here.
Yes, thank you, John Ross, for he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
And we were over there, like I said, in Port Monmouth, enjoying their delicious brews, and he's one of the sponsors of the festival this year, which is a great addition. Empire Clubs in New York City, we're hoping to join. We were hoping to have them officially. They are going to add to our goodie bag a little this year, which is wonderful.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Empire Clubs on Lenore. That's awesome. Citizens Bank, is it?
Citizens Bank, yeah. Of definitely Middletown and Deal.
Okay.
Definitely Middletown Deal.
Casa de Monte Cristo.
Casa de Monte Cristo.
It's a cigar place. Last year they actually showed up. They had a table at the back of our festival. They were giving away samples. What are they doing this year?
Oh, this year I think they're going to try to cut and show people at a light, a little demonstration. But also I do believe there'll probably be some sample giveaways as well. So that's kind of cool. And VIP tickets? Do we still
Yes.
have some of those?
Yeah,
on
we still
sale?
have, several VIP tickets. Also want to shout out Pacific Lawn and Sprinklers, Orocho Insurance. We're going to make
Homesick.
Homesick.
Lovesick,
Yes.
Pascal and Sabine, and Porta. Sorry.
AKA the Smith Group.
Yes, yes.
They're amazing.
And
Not last, but
Shared
a
Universe.
Shared Universe podcast studio.
yeah.
Hello,
Bing, bing, bing.
Ming, Ming, Ming is right.
Bing, bing, bing. Oh, I didn't even mean it like that, but bing, bing, bing. But bing, bing, bing. Yeah, that works. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, thank you. And yes, we have tickets to every set.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, every set that was, in Theater 1 on Sunday is getting moved to Saturday. If for whatever reason you cannot attend on Saturday, yes, just contact us. We will refund. I hope you can come on Saturday. I hope that
That'd be
maybe
great.
Saturday opens up some opportunities that weren't available on Sunday. And, Mr. Foley knew about this because I told him, and he was still gracious and awesome enough to take time and come here.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a really great story, by the way. Everything about how you got into filmmaking.
Super cool. Very cool. It's inspiring.
Thank you. Oh, just one before I go. I don't know when we're leaving, but just to make sure, I just want to, as far as Holly Hill goes, I just want to shout out to Catherine Malusky.
Oh.
You mentioned her before,
Yes,
but
yes.
she was one of the actresses in the movie, and she did a great job acting. But she was also my co-producer, and behind the scenes, she did a fantastic job organizing a lot of the extra things that needed to be done, and she was just a great asset to our movie as a producer.
Not surprising. She has helped us rate films in the past.
Yes.
And I enjoyed her feedback all the time because she was very, you could tell what kind of person, very thorough, very thoughtful,
Right.
and diplomatic in everything that she said and she wrote. And I'm like, wow. She's been in films that have screened at our festival. She has won at our festival, and we've seen her literally since she was in high school, and and yeah, she's definitely a rising star.
Good person to have on your team.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
And thank you, Chris Orangio, I'm sorry, for introducing us
Yeah.
to Miss Malusky. Chris O has taken a year hiatus to be a dad. Don't blame you, buddy. Don't blame you. But we
Good
can't
work.
wait to have you in the fold again,
Yeah,
bud.
yeah. Yeah, we got to reach out to him. So
Yeah, no, we will.
Yeah.
We will. Also, Rob Age Macampora,
yes.
who's going to be hosting, or co-hosting the awards this Sunday,
Right.
which is a wonderful thing. But go to Film Freeway tickets. I have to say we do have limited VIP tickets, which are all-inclusive tickets. You could go to any set.
Right.
Now it's going to be on 2 days, not just 1 day if you get a VIP. So you have Saturday and you have Sunday, and you have a special lounge, and you have special beverages courtesy of Ross Brewing and some select wines and stuff,
yeah,
and
some other
additional goodies.
Goodies, yeah, that go with the bag, with the VIP bag.
Yes.
He's going to get a bag.
Yes. For the record and full disclosure, we wanted to do this for everyone that
Yes.
attended.
Yes.
But as reality starts sinking in and the
And
costs
finances
start adding up,
Right.
we kind of have to scale back our wish list.
Right,
The
right.
things that we want to do for people, we have to kind of scale it back and limit it to some people and all of that. So that's why we created the VIP. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Glickness, for all the help that you've given us.
Great support.
Oh
Great
my gosh.
ideas.
Diana Cordoba, Glickness Ortiz, yes.
Yeah. And the other part of it is, like, in the past we've offered two passes per film. This year, unfortunately, due to the fact, now granted we're breaking it into 2 days, but we really are limited. Now, back in the day when we would have Porta to kind of have as an open gate for people to be at that section as well. So we're really talking about, if we really think about it, we're really like talking about 3 theaters as opposed to 2 theaters, now down to 1 theater. So,
But that being said, because now there's 2 days and all the films are showing in the bigger theater,
right, yes,
there's
Which is-
more room.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
more room for that, and
Right.
our filmmakers deserve it.
Yeah,
We will work on that, but we have a lot of work to do between now and Sunday. We will be on the air with you again on
now
Thursday.
it's Saturday.
Oh, Saturday and Sunday, yes. We will be on the air with you again on Thursday from a Shared Universe podcast studios in
Will that be
Bellworks.
Bellworks or here?
No, I think that's going to be Bellworks, correct?
I'll let you know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, just let us know. You know,
You
but
know where
yeah.
to find us.
and hopefully we'll have an update as to how things are shaking for Saturday and for Sunday. But as it stands right now, Saturday there's some sets. There's a kickoff party Saturday, 7 p.m. at Lovesick, and then Sunday more screenings, and Sunday night at Porta
The award ceremony.
the award ceremony
Basically from 5 to 9.
from 5 to 9. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Foley, this is the way we do this. As we leave, we just grant you, the opportunity to give acknowledgments or shout outs to anyone that you wish, and you're our guest, so you go first.
Okay, well, I want to thank my wife, who also is my co-writer. She helps me with all the ideas for the stories.
Cool.
And Catherine Maluski, as I mentioned before, my great producer with Holly Hill, and also Dave Musalf, who is also a co-producer on Holly Hill, and Jiao Fen Zhang, my great director of photography, and Chris Zirovich and Katie Breiber, who work on the props and the sets, and Carissa Quinn, who's on our staff, and all of our great cast that was in Holly Hill, Mark Montalbano, Danielle Duke, Chris Alvord, and Andy Cousins, and
John Tierney?
John Tierney. Last but not least, John Tierney, who's been in several of my films. He's a fantastic actor, and he just seems to fit the role of everybody I write.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Very charismatic young man. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, okay. I just want to thank all the sponsors that we just named before. Shared Universe Podcast Studio, which I look forward to podcasting again on Thursday, updating everybody on what's going on. Just want to thank Ange and the good man. And, God willing, everything will be flowing like nobody's business on Saturday. And this will go into Sunday, and it'll be a success, as usual.
Yes. Well, I want to shout out, obviously, the Showroom Cinemas, because you know what, they stepped up. They were,
It was a problem on their end, but at the end of the day, it was it was not really, it wasn't their fault. I mean,
it was things happen
yeah,
and things break down, and but they were also very accommodating to us, so we have to meet them halfway.
Right.
That's just the best. And speaking of, they do have one good screen, and they'll have other ones as soon as this problem gets fixed. A great and affordable place for filmmakers like you to screen your projects.
Yeah.
And one more person. My daughter, Elizabeth Connolly, who was also the script supervisor.
Oh, very
I don't
nice.
want to forget her.
Thank you. Oh, thank you everyone that made Holly Hill.
Yes.
And
yeah.
thank you,
Great
Mr.
project.
Foley, for coming, taking the time to join us here.
Pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. And my colleagues, BK, Mello, Lello.
I want to thank Hiram for all the ass-busting work that he's doing. I'm telling you, this guy is killing himself. We're going to have to get him a vacation after this. I don't know, maybe Costa
wanna
Rica.
sleep.
Or maybe just wants to sleep.
Yes.
Be left alone for a week. But at the end of the day, I just want to shout, all the crew out. Hopefully, like I said, we get Chris O back in with us, and Rich Lello, my cousin,
Maurice Paramore.
Rob Akampora, Chris O, again, like I said before, Ming from Shared Universe Podcast Studio. This guy right here who's handling everything brilliantly, and I appreciate all your work and effort. Thank you, sir. Diana Glickness.
AJ, DD.
Yeah. And so thank you. We're looking forward to Thursday, and we will be back. Talk to you then.
Adios. Peace.